Basically, when you are sick, and a doctor does not even tell you how sick you are, something tells you in your mind that you are sick. Because for you, there are symptoms and there are things you see that serves as a sign for you to know that you are not well. There are many times you yourself can walk to a pharmacy shop, get yourself drugs without the doctor's prescriptions. You look at yourself and it's like, I am sick. There are times even when you are sick, you might not know whether it is typhoid or malaria or jaundice. But for some way, somehow, something tells you that you are malaria. Am I blessing somebody? And then you walk to the pharmacy shop, you look at the sister there and go like, menya malaria. Now the question is, who told you and how did you predict and knew that, whoa, when you're malaria? Now, when it comes to spiritual attacks, it does not just, appear in the physical, but when you analyze and you take spiritual stock of yourself, you will know that spiritually something is wrong. Sometimes you don't need me to come and preach and tell you that something is wrong with your spiritual life. By looking at how active you are not, something should tell you that, whoa, Unyamesum is going down, down, down. The sad thing about the church is that when people are spiritually weak, they still pretend they are hot for God. If you are sick and then you go to the hospital and still pretend you are okay, the doctor cannot heal you. The doctor cannot help you. The doctor cannot assist you. The doctor cannot diagnose you. Why? Because you are pretending you are okay. Listen, when spiritually things are not okay and you are down, you are backslided, you are spiritually weak, you need to accept that I am weak. And once you accept, the Spirit of God is available to help you by equipping you. I have the desire to become like Donkoh. I have the desire to become like Bill Gates. I have the desire. But listen, the surprise thing about heaven is that God, his desire is that you become like him. So anytime you come to church and you are praying for material things and you are asking God that he should bless you to become one of the richest so that everybody will know that your God is the living God. God sits in heaven ruling in the affairs of men and say that, how I wish that listen, the moment you think of becoming like Christ, all the other things you have not even prayed for must be added to you. Am I blessing somebody? Now in the church, in our days, it looks as if that when we go to church and we are believing God, we are only believing God for material things. When you enter into the church, many church members are very, very frustrated. Why? Because it looks as if it is all about God who is able to provide material things. But ladies and gentlemen, the greatest expectation of God is for you to grow to become like him, not like Bill Gates. So for you, you are believing God to be blessed. God wants to bless you, but God desires that you become like him more than becoming like Donkoh. But in the church, me nyayanka me buy yanka me de kasaba. Me nyayanka me de, sikabia na me boy kamu nyakra maboa mu mama ja so de PS yako. And that is the desire of God to bless you. But the greatest desire of God is that you must become like Christ. Because see, heaven is not prepared for the devil. Heaven is prepared for you. And how do you get to heaven when you are not like Christ? Listen, everybody watch me. Even when God makes you like Bill Gates, and yet you do not become like him, your money and your riches cannot give you the opportunity to enter into the entrance of heaven. Yet, when God has not blessed you to make you like whoever, listen to me, by the grace of God, because you are like him, heaven must accept you. Why? Because you are like Christ. The reason why Moses and Elijah came to strengthen Jesus was the fact that we cannot live in heaven alone. We need to add you to the people that are in heaven. Even if you are to die broke and poor and make it to heaven, it will be better than to be rich and make it to hell. Now look at the standard of God for Job. God is saying, Job, I am going to allow the devil to touch you. The devil has come to negotiate with me that me mensa. Enemy Bible flu, But I dear baby and say, my catch no bro some says me me sakra. Not by body be flu so. One dear, one share and one funny sanka. Can I tell you this? You can be blessed with all the riches of this world, but the money you may get will not be enough to protect your health. You don't understand this. You don't understand. The other day I told somebody, I said, if money is all life is about, Bill Gates' wife, what you get if life is all about money, Obi only the Bobra over 30 years. I hear the notification you him after 30 years. I catch them and say, I want to divorce you. Take all the money, take all the wealth, whatever we have worked for. I am not interested. I just want my liberty and my freedom. Take your money, make I enjoy my freedom. Then it tells you that money cannot buy freedom. If money can buy freedom, Ukraine could have been able to buy peace. If money can buy freedom, Russia should not demand that Ukraine must join them. You don't understand this. If all you are looking for is money without Christ, you are in crisis. Because life is more than material things. I have seen people build their own mansions. Now, no one alcohol. Now, or their home so far, no did the tears and woo. Now, woo, near Busa, then the Kunom so and walk on for Ujina Pontina, Ujina Chaya, was the where Jimmy. Where's he dying? Act of cast. What's your one come for? Say a miracle. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the hand of God that covers you. If God is to take his hand off your life, money, riches, material things would have been useless. Job loved God regardless of his possession. Then it must tell you that number one, you must not come to church. You must not follow God. You must not serve God because of material things. You must serve God for who he has made you to be and who you are and what you want to become like. So whatever God says he won't give you doesn't affect your passion, your desire, and your love for God. So God told the devil, said, devil, listen, I can let you touch Job, but I know the guy. He is not in love with me because of the blessings I have bestowed upon him. He is in love with me regardless whether you take it or not. Akwan what dummy, akwan dummy. Now the question is, why you so devastated? You are broken to pieces. You are frustrated because at a point in your life, God is talking to somebody. As if saying I'm some for so and 1 year what the wedding. As if saying I'm some for so and say when you miss America, Job swam some in the country or say, well, not there. He was blessed that among the people of East he was the richest. Yet he loved God, whether nakedness or not. Ladies and gentlemen, let us love God for who he is, not what he must give us. Listen, until you come to a place to love God for who God is and who God has made you to be, you cannot serve God well. Then you are going to serve God with frustration and depression. Imagine you were Job, the richest man from the East, and now something in Saka, say, why you're empty, even friends are left, and even those you invested in them, your friends you trusted, may I show us when come my royal believers, you share your business, say, hey, Maggie, I don't know my suffer, no. Say, see a crowd would need no, one casabrabo, I no. So you need to understand that Christianity and serving God or following the steps of Jesus is more than material things. The other day they came to Jesus, they said, Jesus, what is your chamber in the hall? What is your mansion? He said, do not be troubled. I am going to prepare a place. In my Father's house, there are many mansions. They said, Jesus, we are not talking about spiritual housing. We are talking about Ufiewe. Then Jesus said, foxes and bears, they have holes and nets, but the Son of Man has nowhere to put his head. Even the Son of Man, who happens to be God, did not have a single room. Yet he loved God. You have a chamber in the hall with air condition, yet you are broken-hearted. Some people can say, but see, I sorry na yabane there. Yaba because we are Christians and it is Sunday. But most of us in our hearts, Bible says, and Job will go and sacrifice for his sons. Perhaps, maybe, some way, somehow, some of the sons, they have betrayed, rejected God by hearts. but not by attitude. So highly possible that they may go to the feast, go and sit at the dining table, feast with their father and God around them. Yet in their heart, they might have sinned against God. Ladies and gentlemen, God is looking right now into your heart to ask, is your heart with me or in the world? So say I mean say nyame decide say empire bi awabo empire bi awabo nyina no ombia ba kokra forever in your life. We will say 10 years to come, can we still see you serving God? Nyame decide say wo ma won wo da, but he wants you to serve him. Are we going to serve him? Nyame decide say me ma mienu wakum me wakum asori wagun ono nyame adi na me ka say nyame nyesa and na me ka tro say hana abompa ye bia na futumi bi Bible say and the God that sits in heaven had decided onyame na decide say hana wo me ma wo eti nyame betumi decide say wo wabra bo ma ne nkokan gina ya na nyame hwe say are you still going to serve him? And na bibusa wo fie wura tu na ya do no ma be go asori ha unya ba bia anda e wo say wo da asori 10 years of your life, can you still serve God faithfully? Now, will I be no water be crowd to meet you? What do me be done? I do me, I mean, look, say, sometimes I'm preaching reality. Sometimes in your life, what is the essence of serving God? Because can you assume there? Because you know from Sunday school, you're saying, I'm your one money. And the actual quite of us will heal the blind man. And the actual quite of us, in fact, Mammy be another Bakuro, Unyano. And yet, Lazarus, a chef from Adaka, how do you call it? Tomb. Lazarus, a tomb of friend. Lazarus, come out. To the winning, you say, yes, or your signs and wonders, man. A two basumi, yet the two arguments saying, I'm soon, over soon, you may sing a biblical. It's how about you, and I'm small, yes, watching, Nabibioko, it won't be an acquires a unquadia. We have something different from the Bible once. Is it not true? How our mind has been programmed has made us to think that God has been wicked to you. And then I make culture say, if you went to the Bible and through the Bible and you read about the miracles of God, also look at the time and the period at which God visited them. I'm speaking in parables. And God delivered the people of Israel out of Egypt. How many days and years they were kept in captivity? The miracle Jesus performed by the pool of Bethesda. And what I said 38 years. I said a miracle. I'm preaching to somebody. Abraham blessings are mine. Abraham can you mean the Shiranoa? I know what I said more than 35 years. Whenever you count on the miracles of Jesus, also look at how many times people had to wait patiently on the Lord. Look, let me tell you this. If you cannot exercise patience, you can't walk with God. Because God, He's a man of patience. Hey. Onyame, upesoni nyame nantia, nyakuma. Look at never say nyakuma. Oh, look at never say nyakuma. But me say God is a God of patience. He can make a promise to you and decide to deliver it by sending a delivery guy, angel, when he wants. That you are sure about messing out. Or the time factor at all, but when and how. So if you cannot walk with him by patience, you will die. Check through the Bible. Anybody God bless, they have to exercise patience. Most of you, you are frustrated because you cannot not exercise patience. We need to ask. If you don't learn how to count your blessing one by one, the devil will tell you to dispatch, disorder, leave God. Because you look at yourself and physically you think, listen to me, everything you have and you will ever have will come from God. The little you have, appreciate God. If you don't appreciate God in the little, much cannot be entrusted to your hands. So I said, thank God you are telling me that the opportunities I have, you don't have. Me, I have worked and waited patiently on the Lord. And David said, when you wait patiently, He will incline to your prayer. Listen, wait on God. Look at them and say, wait. You are not in competition with anybody. If you run ahead of God, God will leave you alone to taste life yourself. Take your time. Just last week, I was on Facebook and I came across a woman already 56 years after our twins. 56 our twins. 56 after our two twins. One so called twins. And even doctors were asked about it. They said they don't even know. Because it is impossible for a 56-year-old woman to conceive and then not just one, twins. They don't even understand. Listen, when you wait, what he does for you, nobody can understand. Nobody can understand. I'm telling you. When it comes to time for God to bless you, Samini, he takes a day to change lives. I'm telling you, a day. A day. A day. There are things I am enjoying today. It is because I remember somebody told me, said, Charlie, the same person now can call me and tell me, Charlie, how do you get access to such places? Do you pay? Do you have somebody connecting you? So I told him, I said, no. Charlie, connection is divine. When God is connecting you, even places where people went ahead of you and told them that you are not qualified, the same people that heard you are not qualified must come for you. Because once you are qualified by God, you cannot be disqualified by men. You can't. I don't know who I came to talk to, but Nyamisha said, just a little patient will do. Relax, take your time. Don't compare yourself to anybody and think you have failed. You have not failed. God has just started something great. And the God who has begun a good work in you will accomplish it. Yeah, so now what sinner you will not even compare yourself to anybody. I have come across a lot of women who wants to marry and they are waiting for something fresh. But you need to understand that there are times God can give you a raw material, magnify it, purify it, and make it better. But you know, you have a process. Process there be. If you watch Sala, a person will watch man or say, Tobo! Watch over time, or say 10 Ghana, no, or say 10, or say, oh, Tobo. Beba sheto kakra no ati moko kakra no de ato or for Robert the watching us sister brother sister for watching mama na me come pentem. Everything about us ye pentem. Ye di drug troller mu kra ye tumi fam sa na ye pio bi chale on back just bibia ye pentem. And you see Saint Tempen has entered into the church so much that when we say wait on God you have a problem. Who doctor wait say me pentem. Yet sometimes we are going nowhere. Why? Because see, the world is telling us that one can one year pound. But when you miss me mechanical say one can one year pound, it's not part of his word. Nemo China adie di wow. This is message chain. I have come across people in the Bible who were nothing. Today we preach about them. Why? Because they ended up with something. The beginning of Job was good. The middle side of Job was bad. But the end was better. That should tell you that when God is taking you through a process, just keep quiet and allow him to take you through the process. Why? Because by the end of the day, God brings you out better like gold. Maybe you gold rather, but it has been said raw gold doesn't look nice and attractive. And I've seen it on TV though. But me who be that? But according to them, the gold people, they say that when you put the gold in fire, you do two jema ompe. You do two jema. Now as I'm speaking, God is taking you through fire. But the good side of God is that he doesn't leave you in the fire. He brings you out of the fire. And by the time he brings you out of the fire, you would have been better. Your problem is that you want to be better, but you don't want God to take you through the process. Open them. Open them. Okay. But so open them. Okay. It in them pasa. Both will be our one. No husband. No our two. No husband. No our three. And them pasa. Well, my bread. No share baby. Baby might be no atamno. Or tamna. Or tim so on pen. But I was so shake. I want to be no beer. Me see when you wait on God, He gives you a gift, not something useless. Wait on God. And when God gives you something because you waited, He has the ability to protect that which He has entrusted into your hands. Am I blessing somebody? Am I blessing somebody? Am I blessing somebody? Look, wait on God. Sister, impatient will kill you. A lot of drivers are dying impatient. A lot of women have entered into marriage impatient. Impatient. Traffic light in Nassau, yellow is already impatient. Bravo, accident. Now the accident you see here, I'm a Crawford, as she said in Cinnamon. Did you see it? Impatient. I dare know you overtaking. Overtaking, impatient. I'm sure say or 20 book impatient will cost you than patience. Therefore, it is better to wait than to exercise impatience, because the price patient will give you, impatient, will cost you that you can't pay that price. There are many mistakes you have committed because of impatience. If you had exercised a little patience, I don't know who I'm talking to, but your life would have been better. Open on too much. Open on too much. Hear me. Send me Isaac. And I'm dear, I have planted. And I'm dear, I have no baby. And one is a feel kuruma. When people hate you, you don't feel comfortable around the vicinity. But Isaac, I mean, come baby, or planting near Saji. On the 10th time, they went to me say, challenge. What is making you too success and rich? He said, and ye bibio, and yet the hand that was upon my father Abraham, that has made me who I am. Ladies and gentlemen, don't change the location, because God does not dwell in every location, but he dwells at every place. There are places you go, when you dig a well, you may not get water. It doesn't mean God is not the one who created the land, but the hole is only hole. I'm speaking parables. So you struggle for nothing. And nothing why you to be catch be said, free ha nakwaha. Abraham free ha nakwaha. Isaac free ha nakwaha. The father of Jesus, Joseph, free ha. Not for years to go. Why? Because when God does not give you location and you give yourself location, you'll be dislocated. But see, wait on God. Wait on God. What you will never forward in a Yakobi. Ukokra dress kama. No me hey, watch you. See you train. Yeah, train. You know, sometimes women go like, hey, watch you. Or say, how do you be na me park and you be that? And it is true. No, it is true. Who do you be in your park and you be that? Because there are guys who came into your life. Say, no one to say, when you be that. But you see, when you wait on God, he brings you something unimaginable. But maybe to me, what you baby no busa say na okonya be man no way. When you wait on God, that is the kind of man God will give you. But when you rush ahead of God, you choose, you bring, and God says that, "Oda buy on." But shall I till study on the poverty and warm, Sinyame, offering. So now go for bad. Wait on God. Missy, wait on. Wait on. Impatient will cost you pain. Impatient will cost you pain. Wait on God. Now, Bibusa said, whatever decision you are making, have you inquired from God? Have you inquired? No. Who the say, oh yeah, they are better wow free say no. No, there is a way that seems right unto man, but the end thereof. A man can plan his own plan, but God is the one who determines whether the plan will work or not. I don't know who I came to talk to this morning, but very simple. Sister, exercise patience. The end of Job was far better than even his beginning. He was restored better. He became a better person. So much that the Bible says that, and all his friends came back. Okay? When you are failing, they leave. When God is blessing you, they will come. Are you here? And I just came to encourage you that exercise patience. God is about to do something new. All you need to do is to wait for his timing. If you go ahead of God, you'll be very discouraged. Don't go ahead of God. Take your time. Don't let frustration direct you. Let God direct you. When you are directed by frustration and depression, and life tells you that, I think so, you way anyway, I'll be here. And Father, why you basa. But when you allow God to tell you, do this and that, trust me, when you obey God, you will enjoy. Driving the car doesn't mean you are okay. I mean, you driving. You can drive a car, and yet you are highly frustrated. You can live in a mansion, highly frustrated. You can be paid $100 million a month and highly frustrated. And then you ask yourself, so why am I still? See, when God is not in the heart of a man, you cannot enjoy life fully. I'm telling you. Take your time. Bibi come on. Bibi fine. Show me I say Bibi fine. Oh, Shano Bibi fine. Now what dear Bakus why frustrated ama ubiuti. Let me be fine. Me see you be wado beba. See, it is impossible to live like this and die like this. No, it's impossible. So then you must understand that God has a plan. He has a plan. But the wonderful thing about the plan has to do with waiting. Waiting. Thank you.